Marcelito Pomoy, time to say goodbye. America's Got Talent, first listen coming up right now. Woo, hey. Hey, this is Matt Criscuolo coming to you up close and personal. Gonna do another first time reaction to Marcelito Pomoy. Listen, it's might be the first time to say goodbye for Marcelito, but for us, it could be the first time to say hello. So if you're just joining me and you haven't been to this channel before, well, you know, welcome. And let's get right to it, shall we? Don't forget to like and subscribe. When you like the chat, when you like the song, you let me know what you are interested in hearing, and then I can put out more of those types of reactions for you. And please subscribe to the channel. So let's get right to this, shall we? Marcelito Pomoy.
Marcelito was orphaned, living on the street with no one to take care of him. So being there on that stage like a champion, now the world can see what I see. Yeah.
Wow.
I was alone for half of my life, but now I have my own family.
That's nice.
Being a dad is the best job in the world. I've waited for this moment. It's my chance to provide a great life for my family.
Here we go.
This is wonderful.
Half of the ox will be going home tonight, and I cannot be one of them.
Wow.
I just love that guy.
I get goosies when I look at that.
He's focused.
And I hear him talk like that. As a father, as a husband, and to see how much she is in his corner, his wife, and how much she loves him. Isn't that a beautiful thing? I hope you all have the same.
Quando sono solo sogno l'orizzonte manca le parole. Si luce 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 nuova stanza quando manca sole. Sei non ci sei tu con me. Time to say goodbye.
Wow.
It's time to say goodbye. Quando sei lontana sogno l'orizzonte manca le parole. E io sei su che sei con me. Con me, con me, con me.
Wow. That's wow. You know, I was just thinking that, you know, as a saxophonist myself, when I'm practicing octave displacement, where I'll play high and then just immediately play low in the lower register, it's incredibly productive, and it develops your ears in a different way. It develops your technique in a different way. I think in a better way, because jumping around with those large intervals and octave displacements like that, it really develops your instrument. And so his instrument is his voice, obviously, and so I would imagine that he has developed certain parts of his vocal cords and his inner ear, and just the way he uses his voice and his mask and everything in his face, you know, all the stuff that resonates and vibrates, you know, in a different way than probably a lot of singers do, because he's doing this type of singing that he does, let alone the effect that it has of hearing someone do that, because it's so uncanny and it's not conventional. So, you know, it's very effective in many different ways. I enjoy it very much. What do you think? Wow.
Marcelito Pomoy!
Wow. Wow.
Howie! Okay, I gotta say that I believe that you have the best shot of winning this whole thing. I really do. You know, this is the semifinals. You raised your game. The woman in you was just as good as she was the last time, but you as the man, you went up a notch, and she tried to stay up with you, but she couldn't.
You know, it's funny. It's funny, actually, and it's in jest, and it's obviously, Howie Mandel is a funny guy. But I mean, on a more serious note, you know, we do all, each one of us, you know, have that masculine and feminine side of us, and you know, in a way, it does take a lot of courage and a certain amount of confidence, actually, to be able to do what Marcelito is doing. You know, a lot of guys don't feel comfortable doing that. You know, some guys even change the tone of their voice when they speak because they have a naturally higher voice and they lower it a little bit. They put a little more bass in their voice because they want to sound more masculine, because that's the way they feel they need to be. And, you know, hey, listen, everybody's on their own journey, right? But Marcelino just embraces what he's doing, and hopefully it has, I'm assuming it's paid off for him in more ways than one. But, you know, on that note, I would give him a lot of accolades for that. I think he's a pretty amazing dude.
Alicia!
I can't deal with Howie. Absolutely brilliant song choice. It really enabled you to shine, you know?
You know that's me judging right now, too. Hear my laugh?
Ignore him. I just love everything about you, Marcelito. So good luck for tonight. It was a fabulous performance. Well done.
Heidi!
It definitely was an excellent song choice. Very, very powerful song, so inspiring and it's emotional, and it's motivating too. It's just got this kind of movement to it, you know. What a great composition. Actually, I forget who wrote the song, and I would love to know if some of you can mention that in the comments. I'm sure we would all benefit from that. Thank you.
Marcelito, I've been waiting all day for you to come onto the stage. For me, you are my favorite. I mean, it just blows my mind.
Yeah.
Simon.
Marcelito, there is no denying you have a very unique, incredible, special talent. So if you make the final, I think you've got to take a bigger risk, because now the surprise is now over. But I do believe that with a gift like you've got a massive career in front of you. I really, really do.
Well, you know something? It's funny that, what's his name said that, to take a bigger risk. You know, as a jazz musician myself, and as someone who I have 7 records out. And, you know, every time you make a record, you have a theme, maybe a concept. And not only for the record, but maybe also based on where you are musically in your life, if you're the type of artist that likes to grow and evolve. Some don't. Some are one-trick ponies. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just the way they are. Others, like myself, I've always put a premium on trying to grow and evolve and to push the envelope and see where I can go, at least to the best of my abilities. Some do much better, much more than I do, and they innovate in very special ways. But when it comes to taking risks, that's something that I understand what Simon is saying there. I and probably many of you have already heard Marcelito doing this double voice thing with the female and the male. Sometimes, you know, especially in a competition like this, or if you're going to make multiple records, or if you're just going to be a prolific type of artist, you do have to, maybe one of the things you can do is take some more risks, get out of your element and challenge yourself and do some different things that you might not normally have done, because maybe your listeners would also appreciate that. Some of them don't. Some of them want to hear the same thing that you've always done. But there are others like Simon, and probably like myself, who like to hear innovation, whether it's a personal innovation for the artist, or even if it's a wider type of innovation, where now he's already, you know, doing a lot of innovation and doing some different things. I actually, I shouldn't say that. I don't know if there have been other singers that preceded Marcelito who also did this type of singing. I'm assuming somebody has at some point, you know, unless Marcelito is, you know, the genius who just started it. But I don't believe that. Not in 2021. I don't think so. This was recorded probably in, who knows, 2018 to 2021 at some point. But at any rate, not to take away from Marcelito's greatness, because he's wonderful, but I think you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, to take risks, I think artistically can yield some very good results, not only for the artist, because then they can discover some new things about themselves that might change the direction of their musical direction and the way they hear music, but also for the listeners, it can be a little more exciting and interesting. At least that's my opinion. What do you think? At any rate, hey, listen, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, stay in touch, let me know what you want to hear. I do heart all of your comments, and I try to respond to as many as I can. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hey, look, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. And you take it easy, and if it's real easy, take it twice.